Once a jolly swagman, he camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda.
Sawadee and welcome to Thai Oz Talk, wherever you are in the world today. I'm Jay Walton for NBT, National Broadcasting Services Thailand. For the Thai Global Network, TGN, we always remind you that you may be one of 176 or 7 countries now joining us at this time. And Channel 31 in Adelaide, South Australia has now become Channel 44. They are now digital and they will give you a marvellously clear, colourful picture of Thai Oz Talk. There's always a celebration, isn't there? And now, Chinese New Year. I do hope that wherever you are in the world, if you're celebrating Chinese New Year, you're having a marvellous, bright, happy, probably noisy time. In today's program, we're going to look at activities at the Blue Elephant. You know I'm always talking about Blue Elephant. I've been doing it for years because it's my own favourite place for going out in Bangkok. And we're going to talk about overseas student opportunities, of course, emphasising Australia. I'm delighted today that one of the directors of the Blue Elephant, Sandra Steppe, has come to the program. Hello, darling, welcome back. Because I'm friends with your grandma, I think I can behave like a grandma when you're here.
It's always...
It's fun, it's fun. I was so very disappointed that I missed your 30th anniversary.
We were very disappointed and sad that you couldn't be part of this marvellous celebration.
I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm being a Consul General, an Honorary Consul General in Adelaide when I want to be here, and when I'm here, there's something happening, I want to be there. It's very difficult, you know. But you had a lot of people.
Oh, we had so many people, so many friends. The Australian ambassador was also there.
He came, did he?
Yes, it was
good.
Very, very nice.
I was telling him about the restaurant when I was
so we had a piece
recently.
of Australia to celebrate with us. But yes, 30 years is quite a long road.
The first one was in Brussels?
We opened the first Blue Elephant in Brussels in 1980.
Mm.
In those days, we were one of the first Thai restaurants in Europe.
Yes, because people were not talking
They were
Thai
not
food
aware
like
about
they
Thai
are
cuisine.
now.
They didn't know what Thai cuisine was all about. They would compare Thai cuisine to Chinese and Thai cuisine is has very much its own character and flavor.
Multifaceted.
Absolutely.
Like a diamond.
And then we opened in 1985 the Blue Elephant in London in Fulham Broadway.
That was when I first met people at Blue Elephant.
Yes.
The Thai ambassador took me there
and
for
in
dinner.
those days there were only 5 Thai restaurants and we were one of the first. We had Lady Diana who used to dine in our restaurant.
You see?
Yes.
It's a wonderful
and the Rolling
story.
Stones, and so it's been a whole history,
So
and we should celebrate that.
Then London,
Paris.
Yes.
Paris. In those days, when we opened the Blue Elephant in Paris, people were not aware about the difference of Thai cuisine and Chinese and Vietnamese. So we had to teach them that ordering a Chinese or Vietnamese dish is not the same as ordering a Thai dish. It's not going to taste the same.
I do happen to know that certain people in Paris got very confused about l'éléphant bleu. You know the story, do you?
Yes, yes.
And Blue Elephant. The Blue Elephant is seriously for eating, right?
Yes. L'éléphant
bleu
it's a different experience.
Is a very different experience. I really recommend that you go to the Blue Elephant in Paris.
In English.
Yes.
Keep it in English.
Yes, and don't get confused. But now, how many are there?
We have about 13 branches worldwide.
Isn't it?
But as you know, Jay, we're not only a restaurant, we also have our cooking school.
Exactly.
We also export our curry pastes.
Curry paste and all kinds of things.
In Australia, at Davy Jones, you
Yes,
can find our curry pastes. We also do catering for in-flight, such as jet airways from Brussels to US and Canada, and from Brussels to India. Thai cuisine. So we have many different branches and outlets in
the
our
latest
company,
bouquet, and we would have to call it a
the
bouquet.
most beautiful one.
You know what I'm going to say.
I just came back.
Is Phuket.
Phuket is.
It is a bouquet, isn't it?
It's sublime.
Yes.
It's a
this
mansion.
Gorgeous piece of land with a garden, with a wonderful property. And people are now becoming aware of it, aren't they?
Absolutely. And we have many people who want to get married at that beautiful mansion, because you have the two gorgeous banyan trees surrounding the mansion, a lawn where you could...
It's gorgeous.
Actually, after tomorrow there's a wedding, and we are bringing 2 elephants in the garden to celebrate the bride and groom. It's very special.
It's just... You couldn't help but do exciting things with such an exciting property. It's a historic property anyway.
There are not so many properties. As a matter of fact, I think it's the only one in Phuket which has that dimension and that gracious
presence
and majestic.
It's just lovely.
It is. I truly recommend whoever goes to Phuket to come and visit.
Yes, go and visit the Blue Elephant in Phuket. But it's also marvellous the way your father, Carl Steppe, and his wife, Nurul, they didn't really plan to open all these restaurants around the world, did they?
My parents' philosophy was never to think that They never thought that what they did was work. They are passionate in what they do.
Yes.
And I think because of their passion, it is the secret to the success. And to the success of their 30 years of career in the Blue Elephant.
I think it's absolutely wonderful.
So
I really want you to give them a big congratulations from me.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations to you and the whole family. And thank you for being such a marvellous supporter of the National Cancer Institute and a supporter of this program.
Thank you. We believe
Please
in good
come
causes.
back soon.
We will.
After this little reminder, I'll introduce my next guest to you.
Once a jolly swagman who can't buy a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his belly boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched.
I really like this program to be useful to you. I like you to know that through this program you can go here, go there, you can eat here, eat there. And I'm particularly pleased this morning to welcome to the program and to introduce to you Mr. Linus Knobel, the Managing Director of Bangkok Air Catering, which is the mother company of Gourmet House. Welcome to the program. I'm very pleased that you would come this morning because I've had such a long relationship with Bangkok Air. And although we're not talking about Bangkok Air this morning, they are the mother company, aren't they?
They are the mother company. And Bangkok Air is an airline, a boutique airline, which sounds for quality-minded person behind Bangkok Airways. And that's why the reason
Dr. Prasert is a quality person and he began it, didn't he?
That's right.
Do consumers expect more from you today than they did 35 years ago in terms of catering, or were they just as fussy back then?
Well, the clients, they were always fussy, but 35 years ago we talk more about seasonal products, like when you really like to have the asparagus week, or you have your raspberry week, or you have your strawberry week, yes, or you have mushroom seasons. Today, actually, people expecting much more, to have everything at every time. So it's very easy because you have Australia, you have Europe, you get always the nice food all the year round, which is wonderful. And on top of it, here in Thailand, we have wonderful products itself.
With Gourmet House, you're going to look at fusion food particularly, aren't you?
Fusion,
even if people don't know what it is.
Fusion or confusion is a very big word, and actually I'm not against fusion foods because we need to go with the time, we need to offer something new to the clients. However, fusion food for me, it still has to have the right blend, the right taste, the right colors, because if you blend certain spices or certain ingredients together, which they bite each other, is not quite well harmony.
It can be a nightmare.
It could be a nightmare and definitely confusion, and people would not enjoy eating it. So I'm not against fusion food if it's done in a proper way.
When Bangkok Airways decided that they would have a restaurant called Gourmet House, why did you choose to go to Thong Loi Soi 8? Is there a reason?
Oh, first of all, Gourmet House. Gourmet means fine food, house of fine food. Thong Loi 8, since I was a small little boy, number 8 was always my lucky number. Despite I worked 15 years in Hong Kong and in Taiwan 3 years, but 8 was always my lucky number, but it's nothing to do with that. Thong Loi 8 is a place, is a new area. Thong Loi is a new area for trendy people, and it's an upcoming area. And I think it's an excellent place to start this business, because when you see inside the building, you have a lot of individual restaurants, and every shop is individual, special. Where else so many retail space is taken up in Bangkok by franchise.
Mr. Capel, would you consider opening more gourmet houses in Bangkok, or are you going to stick with this one?
Definitely we don't stick with one gourmet house, because we have to open at least 3 more shops in 2011, and the plan is to have one in May, the other one in August, and one in November 2011.
That's very quick.
It's not too quick, but we have to go on with this business. Otherwise we stuck in one shop and we have a lot of costs, like the packaging materials, like we have to share those costs and also share with other shops.
What do you think about Bangkok as a culinary capital, compared maybe with Paris or Rome or London?
Well, I come from the heart of Europe. Around me is Italy, is French, is Germany, Liechtenstein. I think we are in the heart of Europe, and I strongly believe Bangkok is one of the top address if it comes to culinary experience, because you get everything in Bangkok. You have the best Italian restaurants, French restaurants, Spanish restaurants.
Everything.
On top of that, you ask me what is the difference from Paris and Rome. The difference is that you add more of the Asians, which is Chinese food, Korean food, Japanese food, Vietnamese food, Indian food. A great culinary place to be. It's a paradise. And also the Thai people, they love good food. They love to eat good food. That's why you have all those restaurants here in Bangkok.
How do you feel about some of these franchises that have huge budgets and can advertise a lot? Are you worried about that competition?
I never worry about competition. I love competition. Competition makes you running. Competition makes you going with the time. However, you're right, we may have not this budget to like a big franchise company, but people shall see the individual. And I think people go for individual shops, individual gourmet meccas in the future, because, as I said before, too much retail space is taken up by franchise in Bangkok.
Just before you go rushing off to do your day's work, just tell me, are you going to serve any Thai dishes?
This is a very important question, because we are in Thailand, and I also said before, Thailand is a paradise of food products. If we make the farmer proud, give them the know-how, how to produce the things, Thailand has a great potential on agriculture product, and it already is a big exporter of food products. We're definitely going to use our organic products, our own organic products from Sukhothai, as well as Thai product as much as possible. However, we have to import certain items, which is like good lamb, good beef, a good cheese,
But
which you
can
cannot
do that.
get this in Thailand. But everything you get in Bangkok anyway.
So you'll have it all. Thank you very much for sharing it with us today.
You're welcome.
I'm sure a lot of people will come and visit you and enjoy this marvellous new restaurant. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Invite.
After this little reminder, I'll introduce my next guest to you.
Once a jolly swagman who can't find a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his belly boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, and he sang.
This
as
is
he
actually a
watched.
very important week around the world, because millions and millions of Chinese people will be celebrating the Chinese New Year. On the 2nd, of course, ceremonies will be held. But on the 3rd, it's the day when people give red envelopes and everybody has a wonderful time and a lot of celebration. But we're looking too at Valentine's Day. And I'm absolutely delighted that Kunanek Chai Pichitapai Boon, the director of a neck orchid company and owner of the Sweet Memory Flower Shop, has come to join me this morning. Sawadee ka, and welcome back to the program. I'm holding these orchids because to me this is the perfect bouquet.
Yes.
I'm crazy about them, I love them, I always want to have Thai orchids in my house. But you tell me that in Thailand people would rather have red roses for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Can't we convince people that these are the most beautiful flowers there ever were?
Yes. So this is my idea for this coming Valentine's Day, that I'm going to try to promote Thai orchid, which is a deep pink color and
Well, you
red.
see, you've got red.
Yes, also red.
And
to
people think
represent-
of red with Valentine's Day, don't they?
Yes, they are. And
So you can have red orchids.
This is the red orchid, and okay.
Exactly. See, this is red.
Yes, and we can arrange it as a nice bouquet, to give to the lover, to the one you really love, and it's look. I think maybe it's look more valuable than rose or carnation. I don't know, but we have to buy from.
I know how you
from
feel.
abroad.
I feel that way too, that Thailand has the best flowers. I was in Chiang Mai recently,
Yes.
and in my friend's garden there were so many varieties of pretty flowers
Yes.
that you would only find in Thailand. So why people don't want to have red orchids for Valentine's Day, I can't understand. But we have to look at the roses, don't we, Kunanek?
Yes.
And of course you have the best roses, don't you?
Yes. This rose actually we grow some in the northern part of Thailand, like in Chiang Mai. This
Yes.
The big size one, but because they love cool climate, and we import a lot from
They're
China.
gorgeous. They are perfect roses, aren't they?
Yes.
They look so lovely.
Yes.
But I would still have red orchids, but we have to say that these are available for people, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
This is another one that you've used.
This is
A
also
simple little red orchid, isn't it?
yes. This is another variety called mokkala red. And also can represent as red color as for Valentine's Day also.
That one wouldn't be very expensive, would it?
No. The rose one more expensive.
Of course, if you have to import it,
Yes.
or even if you have to bring it from Chiang Mai, it's going
Yes.
to be more expensive. But this one, I know, in your flower shop, Sweet Memories, where is it?
It's located on the La Pao Road opposite Carrefour department store. I think nearby Central Department Store also.
Near Central.
Yes.
Kunanek, I know you're not worrying about white orchids for Valentine's Day, but they are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
You know, when you've given them to me and I've taken them back to Australia,
Yes.
I've had them last 5 weeks in my house. Admittedly, I cut the stem and I give them fresh water,
Yes.
but the top flowers will still be coming out 5 weeks later.
Yes, correct.
Well, there's something about Valentine's Day too. If you're going to give orchids for Valentine's Day, they're going to last a lot longer
Yes.
than roses or other cut flowers.
Yes, it's true, because in the past many years before, in United States and Japan, they will increase the import of Thai orchid.
Yes.
Just for the Valentine festival.
Yes.
Which is they are using represent or replace the rose, and okay, of course, maybe it's cheaper. I think maybe they import Thai orchid cheaper to buy rose for Valentine.
It would be, but they want the red Thai orchids.
Yes, it's correct. So they increase quite a lot, on that Valentine week.
This is human nature, isn't it?
Yes.
You say that Japan particularly likes the red orchids?
Yes,
For Valentine?
they normally they buy the pink orchid already.
Yeah.
And okay, then special festival like Valentine, like Mother's Day, they buy a lot. They increase quite a lot of orchid. And another festival, I think they call Women's Day in Russia. In Russia or in
International
EU,
Women's Day, yes.
In EU also, they celebrate a lot and they buy huge amount of orchid. So nowadays, I think the market is very big amount, to export to Russia. The first week of March, next to Valentine.
I hope that a lot of people will come to Sweet Memory Flower Shop and buy Thai orchids, because this is helping the economy
Yes.
of our own country here.
Yes.
That if you're buying red Thai orchids for Valentine's Day, there's an orchid grower back somewhere that's producing them.
Yes.
And it's better to support the economy of Thailand. And I know you're doing everything you can, and I'm doing everything that I can too.
Yes.
And I really want to thank you for bringing such beautiful flowers to the program this morning, but I'll stick with orchids. Thank you, Kunanek, very much. I do hope that you've enjoyed today's program. It's very exciting to be able to talk about all the things that interest us around the world. For example, Blue Elephant Restaurant and the Gourmet House and orchids. Just think orchids, Valentine's Day. I look forward to being back with you again next week, wherever you are in the world, at the same time that we meet each other each week, particularly at the weekend. I always like to say to you, if you'd only come to Bangkok and come to Swiss Hotel at Nylert Park, you would understand why I enjoy being here so much and why I want to share it with you. I'm always saying stroll down the Soi or the lane and go shopping. You can do everything if you're staying here at Swiss Hotel. And Thai Airways International will bring you here from wherever you are in the world, smooth as silk. Until we meet again, Sawadee Ka.
Once a jolly swagman who can't buy a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Now up came the jumbuck to drink at the billabong. Up jumped the swagman.